Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. We got a great video for you today. What we're going to do is we're going to be pre-fishing for the Shelbyville BFL with my good friend Jerry Hall, pro boater, and we're gonna break down the lake. It's definitely like a pre-spawn type of feeling here, and we'll go into that a little bit more. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Only about 10% of you guys are subscribed. It would really help us out. And what we're going to do is we're going to try some new areas of the lake. We're going to try and break it down. We're going to try and figure out our strategy for the tournament the next day here, and come along for the ride. All right, welcome everybody. We're pre-fishing for the Shelbyville BFL here. I'm with our familiar face on Bass Angler, pro boater Jerry Hall, all the way here from Kentucky. We just dropped in, and you guys will recognize that, right? Who recognizes that? You tell me what that is. We know what that is. We're gonna hop around a bit. We're gonna do some scanning here. The boat ramp was really full. Hopefully that means a good tournament size here as opposed to Ren last time. What do you think, Jerry?
Yeah, I mean the water is actually a lot clearer and better quality than I was anticipating, to be honest. So
me too. What's the temp?
Showing like 64.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. My first time here in a new Skeeter green machine, all outfitted with new Explorers. Oh my God, this is a beautiful boat. Live 360, 12 inches. How you liking those Explorers? I'm hearing great reviews on them.
User friendly, and I really like the picture. The mapping is second to none.
And you don't got to buy chip cards for all the areas. It's just all there, right?
I upgrade to a premium chip.
Well,
they come with one. So, yeah.
But you get the super high depth.
That's right.
And you probably get, and you get like the fishing spots, the VX. I bought the VX for the Helix, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, everybody, we'll check in a little bit here, and stay tuned. Bye. All righty. We're looking at the new Explorer Live here. Jerry's got them networked here so he can see what's going on. Of course, Shelbyville, there's all kind of timber, and of course, we're seeing a lot of crappie on timber. Look at that, right? I did just catch a little short on the shaky head. A little bit of feedback here. Not a lot to report about. I mean, lots of signs of life here, but most of them have been a couple of bait balls and crappie and a few single bass here and there here. What you thinking, Jerry?
We still got to do a lot of looking. That's the name of the game.
Yep. Oh, there's a big old drum or something.
Probably.
It looks like a dish. It's so wide.
Ball shad though, right there.
Oh yeah, there you go. Put that crankbait right in there. All right, everybody. We came into a cove that I have never fished before. Jerry's never fished before, and we're seeing a lot of good structure up here in a nice big old flat. It should be that time of season. And some of these nice willow reeds in that, man, you can see the water was up a couple of feet here in them, but the water's gone down here over the last couple of weeks. It's been pretty stable within a foot over pool. I caught something. Look at this.
Big old ball of line.
And it was originally snagged on a log, but it let loose when I yanked.
Now, have they dropped this water or
it's slowly dropping. It's just going down. I mean,
just an inch or two?
Just an inch or two overnight.
Okay. Not like they're dropping the bottom of it.
No. They were drawn a week ago, big time.
But the fish probably have had enough time now to...
Yeah, It's been stable, you know, during the week, basically, yeah.
We're pretty shallow, but we're trying to fish a little bit of this isolated stuff.
Yeah. I haven't seen any beds. Have you?
No.
Yeah.
No, in places like that that's a perfect place.
Oh, right there, And we could see it from here.
And I threw in it a couple times.
Yeah. Jerry had a couple of strikes, and I had one on for about 1 second for sure on this flat sider. And I hit something else. Jerry had a good idea. I probably just rolled over something. It felt like that. I felt it wiggle a couple times and not even load up. But the first one load up, it was something. Who knows what. I see some fish coming to the surface here that definitely look like the musky gar come up and just slurp down some bait fish. Not
if gar, you know, are already spawning, you'll start seeing them up here in this 6-8 inches of water, swimming in pairs, and I haven't seen any up there yet.
Yep.
So.
No, I have not visually seen them. I've just heard the.
But they spawn after bass, so when you go to seeing gar, a lot of times,
yep.
At least a portion of the bass deal is done.
Yep.
I mean, the water's plenty warm enough for them to be on beds, but so far I haven't really seen that.
Yeah. This lake is different that way.
I just think it don't have the population that
it doesn't. It doesn't, and McDowell even made that comment, and you can see it in the weights, and I can tell you from fishing it, some of it I've been thinking was just attributed to less of a shallow water bite, but maybe it's just less fish altogether. But it's definitely less of a shallow water bite here too.
I think the population might be slightly better than Wren.
Wren will give up some big bags to people who know where to go, like here, and then after that, yeah, you get, I think there's more water here and more protected area, so for the average guy, this is better than Wren. Okay, I missed the video right there. Jerry had just picked up a nice about 3-pounder here on a lipless crankbait right off the rocks over there here, and that started to be a little bit of a key for what we were looking for. And you'll see in here we're looking for little rocks on those shallow areas. We went back really deep in the pocket, but they weren't really shallow yet. They weren't in the 3 feet water. They were just on those staging areas, you know, in the back half, a third of the spawning bays. So we thought they might be a little bit further along, but they weren't quite there. There'll be a crappie tournament on the same day, but there's a
crappie tournament tomorrow, but the only thing on the Illinois state schedule is just ours.
Yeah, usually that's all there is, yeah.
You know, it said maximum 120 boats.
Uh-huh.
That was the maximum allowed, apparently. And I know in a regular BFL, it'd be what, 250?
Well, they just know they're not going to have that many.
I don't know, man. 2 years ago, that first one had 120.
Yeah.
This bank ain't deep enough, and I think we're gonna have to go back.
Yep.
To them kind of.
Yep, they're not.
Where I caught that fish.
They're not here yet.
Before we get any depth.
Yep.
I mean, you couldn't catch a big girl up here. So shallow, I'm getting a leaf lid on.
Yep. Crap.
On my boat. I don't like it. And I could fish a 1 minus slower than I could fish this trap. Maybe when you say that, for some reason I don't think this watercolor and the temperature of the fish is red. I think that time period is probably already out.
Yeah, that's why I put that orange thing on first, just to give it a go, and nada.
I think
Yep.
it's more shad or bluegill type natural stuff now. I was gonna live and die with it.
Yep.
I mean, I can definitely cover a crap ton of water doing this. This is my style. I could crank this all day.
Yep.
But can I get 4 or 5 quality bites? Well, that one hit it. There's a big ball of shad. There's a fish too. He's not a big one, I don't think. You saw where he was at though. The very point I wanted to fish.
The rock?
Yeah.
Right off the rock, yeah. Yepers. Yeah. Okay.
That's a little.
Yep, that's a reinforcement.
It's a little. It is. It's a little. I mean, over an 8-hour day, if I can hit enough of them, I'm gonna get a few bites.
Oh yeah.
And that's what we're gonna go look for. And I got a bait on it. Hit.
It's a must watch. It's a must watch.
The what?
Ike Live with Matt Herron.
Oh, I started.
He spills the beans, baby.
Watching the first few minutes of it. I didn't get past.
Okay.
I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes in.
He spills the beans.
What was the gist of it?
Because he's the guy that did the independent. Here's my take on it, and I think his too. Because he's the guy that they did in Lake Champlain, like the last tournament or next to last tournament last year, they had that thing about, well, we did a survey and, you know, a third love the, you know, live, a third are okay with it, and only a third want to restrict it. So we're going, he's like, bullshit, I know 70% of the people room don't. He personally went out and polled everyone and said that 66% don't want it and more are afraid to say, you know what I mean?
She said it's pouring there now.
And he thought they weaponized the lie detector test against him. His back was fucked up. He said he was on a bunch of pain pills. He told them that to begin with, and he still ran the test. And the polygraph guy was trying to...
So he had some pain, he was taking pain pills, but they were...
He said, I'm jacked up on pain pills. My back's fucked up.
Right. Because he's a 65-year-old man that's been battling boats for 30 years in rough water.
Marshall?
You ready?
Yeah. Got my foot on here. Yep. Why don't you throw side scan on? Let's see what's out here if we can see anything.
I think I'm gonna go right over here because that feeds back over into this little cut.
Yeah.
So any fish that might transition, catch that riprap and ride it all the way in there.
Yeah.
And that was a hell of a lot of concrete, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's old.
Old.
That's old. Yeah.
That's probably fishing there. I'm gonna make a cast or two anyway. Make a good cast and catch it on.
Yep. Yep. It's the old risk-reward formula, right? Oh yeah, I squirted some on before I got out of the truck.
I mean, my legs and stuff are probably pretty good, but I don't want to get the face and
Ears.
arm and spine.
Yep. The earlobes always get me. Even guys here, if they're bass fishermen, they got a better boat. And the crappie fishermen outnumber bass fishermen at least 2 to 1 here. At least. There's a lot of submerged timber around here. Yeah.
Well, I think that's part of the deal.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
God, and this will come on. Bit of grabbing up here where some of this timber fell in. Beaver houses are always good.
Yep. Yep.
There's minnows in here.
Oh,
Blue
yeah.
heron in the back. There's a big school shad right there.
Yeah.
I can see them rippling. And it's holding some depth. It's 7-8 foot right here.
It's got everything we need. I have not been up in these two little cuts here in a couple years.
Yeah, there's shad. See them?
Yep. Yep. They're all over. Yeah. This is the shadiest creek we've been in. This looks tasty.
I think I'm just gonna turn around and come out of here.
Yep. Note to self, huh?
Look at there. Look at
oh yeah.
there.
That's probably when you click the boat motor, but it could have been fish too.
It's a whole big school.
Yeah. You put a mark down?
I got a marker on that beaver house.
Oh, okay. Because you'll remember tomorrow, what next spring, you'll be like, where was that? You know what I mean? Like it was on Kentucky Lake, like,
well,
you know where?
So you got a rock slide over here.
Yep.
So you got a good gravel there and some brush in the water.
Yep.
If you're up this way, you know, you're already, it don't take 5 minutes to run in here and run a bait up and down a few of these places.
Take a look-see.
And if a man can catch 5,
a man can get healthy. Yeah, my fat slaps are in my boat. I'll have to grab those. I was using them last time.
Is if you come down through these places fishing plastic and you don't get bites and you're fishing plastic, so you're fishing double slow, you may never get your bait in front of a fish.
Yep.
That's the problem with fishing plastic in a tournament situation. If you're not throwing
on
two fish,
if you're not on them, yeah, totally.
That's something that I had to learn, because early on I wanted to fish a jig or crawl.
Yeah, you got to be on.
You got to be on them.
Structure or cover, because it takes too long. Or that Johnny Schultz was saying that's why he likes the wobble head. You can throw it on points and, you know, almost work it like a deep crankbait a little faster and cover water faster.
Look at there at the crappie or shad or whatever in the mouth of that thing.
They're stacked up.
Just stacked. I don't know if I can gain anything.
Well, yeah,
down through here and catching another fish.
I think you found the deal. I think you found the deal. I agree with you.
You know, I've got to catch fish my way.
Oh yeah.
I believe if I fish 8 hours hard,
I know what I'm tying on.
You know, I think I can get enough quality bites to.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's 1:30 and we started what, 9:30 on the water
ish.
So that's 4 hours.
Probably didn't get fishing until about 10.
Two good keepers and a good short. So over an 8 hour day, you know, if that's 4 to 5 bites.
Yep.
And if I catch 4 of them 3-pound fish tomorrow, I would be ecstatic.
Oh man, you're in the top.
That 10 or 12 pound range.
I think you'll be in the top 5.
I think you're ecstatic. So let's just run on down here and try to put it on the trailer.
Okay, everybody, that's the video for today. I think we both got our strategy together there. I actually did a little bit something different. I did throw that flat side crankbait during the tournament. I got one bite on it, and you'll see what that is. It was a big bite. And I did throw the lipless. I did get a short on it, but I actually caught most of my bass the next day, just, you know, dragging soft plastics, you know, a shaky head and other stuff here you'll see in the next video. All right, thanks for coming along. Can't wait. I'll be working on the tournament video for you soon. Keep your lines tight.